5th of August 2020. Good morning from Europe, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are, guys. Piotr here is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, European market update, and we have to start with what happened during the Asian hours. So without the further delay, let's have a look what we have. Okay, the Chinese PMI, we got 54.1, and if I'm going to tell you that it was much worse than what market was expecting, then you can think what the heck this guy is talking about. Yeah, the expectations were 58. The expectations were 58. Why not? Next time, maybe they are going to expect 62. Anyway, the Chinese yuan is getting stronger. Strong breakthrough 7 level, testing 694 right now. Yeah, great in China, but also we have great things going on in Europe, right? When it comes to the European PMI services, of course, don't forget that it's based on the survey, so you know, who knows who've been surveyed, right? I don't know. They didn't call me this time. Anyway, France 57.3, 29 month high. Germany 55.3, 23 month high. Spain 52.8, 15 month high. I don't know, maybe no one pick up the phone in Spain, and maybe they get some kind of the average, because well, I'm not sure if the services looks in Spain how based on the numbers we have, right? Anyway, 52.5 from Italy, that's 24 month high. Great stuff, Europe, right? Also we got the UK PMI services 56.5, expectations 56.6, but here well, it's not that bright because of the weakness of the employment figures reported in July, right? So that could be case for the consumer spending. So I don't know, and maybe that's why we've seen a little bit of the sell-off. Anyway, overall, dollar is losing the ground for now. Again, so let's start with the euro. Well, I have to, from the intraday perspective, have to change, and medium term as well, I have to change a bit the approach when it comes to the longs. But before we are going to talk about the longs, let's have 1 minute about the short, because that's the probably last line in the sand when it comes to the sellers. All right, if you are watching educational video about the swing trading, you know what I'm talking about. We are trying to finish the business. So levels close to 1850, 1865, they are worth to watch, right? Let's switch to the 1 hour chart. It's gonna be better visible. What I'm talking about is this supply zone over here has not been tested like this on the hourly chart, right? There are few stops possible to be taken out, and that's where I'm going from the intraday perspective to try to eventually fade that rally. But as I mentioned, when it comes to the long side, right, look what happened Monday, look what happened Tuesday. Shallow correction and nice rallies, right? So if I'm going to be on the short side, I'm gonna to look for the same size of the correction, right? It might bring me down towards the weekly open here, this blue dotted line, blue dotted line, somewhere close to 118, 117.70. That's gonna be my target. And if we are going to be here, then I'm going to try to look around for longs, right? And I'm going to target what? I'm going to target 120 and higher. Well, that's how it looks, at least for now. Well, some guys trying to explain that basically the move on the dollar is based on the very record low US yields. But the case with low yields is not only in US, so I don't get that explanation. It's simply some kind of the attack on the dollar. Basically, well, we will see, right? Of course, there was usually when dollar is losing the ground, there are plenty of this discussion that yeah, it's not gonna be reserve currency anymore. But guys, come on, just take the seat, relax, right, and try to think, taking into the consideration fiat money only, what can replace the dollar, right? Tell me, and we can have a discussion about it. So well, we will see. Anyway, I'm going to follow the chart. So looking to fade the rallies towards 1870, targeting 1770, and looking to buy in between 18 and 70. Now, that's the PMI in Europe, right? We have ADP around the US cash open, and we have US PMI services and ISM non-manufacturing. But I think that the most important thing is what we get yesterday. Looks like President Trump implement new rules how to announce the news, and yesterday we already know non-farm payroll is on Friday, but no one is waiting anymore because President Trump said yesterday it's gonna be great number, right? So we all know, we got the leak from the President Trump, so well, that's another strange thing why dollar is losing the ground when the data is good. So it's something deeper, and we will see. Anyway, that's how I see the euro dollar, again selling 1870, buying 1770. That's how I see the things here. When it comes to the cable, right, if you remember, we were discussing that something is not correct because we hit the supply, there was a rejection, right, but we, to be honest with you, we didn't hit the stops correctly. And right here, right now, after 2 days of attempt to go back below 130, we are again approaching the high. So this time, probably today, tomorrow, ahead of the Bank of England, there is a possibility we are going to get the stops, and then I'm going to watch very carefully how the pound is behaving post Bank of England, right? Well, still, I have no problem going long with euro dollar. I might have a problem to go long on the cable. Why? Because I'm sitting long also euro pound, right? That's what we were discussing. Bulls trying to hold 90 and doing it quite well. We are sitting above the weekly open. That's the very positive sign, right? So well, as long as we are above 90 based on the daily weekly close, that's good, and there is a chance we are going to retest at least 91.50, right? When it comes to the sellers, they're trying to fight around 90.50, right? And I'm not gonna be surprised if we see a little bit higher volatility around these levels, buying the dips and trying to add on a break higher pullback continuation, this type of the stuff. I still think that finally we are going to go towards 93.50, 94 level when it comes to that pair, and we are talking about this green zone here, right? That's how I see the things. One can argue, Piotr, but here is a huge supply, right? The supply been tested, the rejection wasn't that big, retest, pullback, but we are still holding or trying to hold 90, 89, 75. So here I'm looking to buy, right? The next one is the dollar yen, and well, with all those positive things, with the full risk on, dollar yen is below 106. That should tell you something. Well, we can discuss what that should be, but anyway, what we are talking about here, when it comes to daily chart, we remember the price action we've seen last Friday. Basically, there was some comments that it was because of the Bank of Japan was asking for prices, so it was like a huge profit taking ahead of the end of the month and stuff like this. On Monday we were trying to go higher, right? We hit the supply we were discussing about, and we got back below 106. I think that 104, retest of 104 could be the case if the non-farm payrolls is not gonna be that great as President Trump said. So We are testing supply. I'm looking to fade anything above 106, right? How I'm going to try to fade, I think that this type of the action towards 106.60, right, post data, and then move lower towards 105.40, 105 could be the case for me. If we are going to see lower levels, if we are going to see 104.75 from the intraday perspective, that's where I may try to look for long exposure, right? But it's gonna be small. So overall, dollar is in the defensive. There is a last chance when it comes to the sellers on euro dollar around 1865. Pullback towards 118.77, 1770. That's gonna be buy for me. Watching the cable, I wanna see the behavior of the pound post Bank of England tomorrow. I'm long euro pound, and I'm looking two-way trading when it comes to the dollar yen, looking to fade the rally towards 106.60 or looking to buy intraday perspective around 104.70. That's it from me with this morning market update, guys. Don't be trapped, be careful, stay tuned, and see you around. Thank you very much, take care, goodbye.